I wasn't gonna do this today. Having too much fun with my shrooms. But why not? I'm bored. I'm not doing shit else. I just watched this video and it made me laugh. So, you know, we're gonna do this today, right? Let's do it live. What is this? Who is this? Philosophy Vids. You see, I even liked it. I am subscribed. I'm one of those 293 souls. One of the demons watching him. All right, so for anybody who doesn't even know how this began, this man right here, I'm going to be as respectful as possible. I'm not going to talk shit. I'm just going to say what it is. I would upload things. I would say things. And he would upload posts and things that were direct responses to me without ever saying my name. He wouldn't say who he was talking to. But I'm not the only person. Like, multiple people came. It was like, you know, that Philosophy Vids guy seems like he's talking directly about, like, you uploaded this thing, and then, like, the next morning he's uploading this, and it seems to be a direct refutation. I'm like, nah, you know, he seems like the type who would say it out loud, and nah, I let that shit go for weeks. And I was like, you know what, let me go look at his posts, because I don't read everybody's posts every day and shit. Like, I was like, all right, let me go down his list of posts. And then I started putting the times together. You know, I might as well click that first. Fuck it. Started putting the times together. The dates and things like that. I'm like, oh shit, he's definitely talking about me. Let's see. La blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah, that one. Maybe, maybe not. But really, peep it. Also, when you're reading it, understand that he's not understanding the argument that I was making to begin with. It's very simple shit. But as you can see, you can read it for yourself, word for word. Right? Look at when. This here. We're not going to dismantle or destroy it by blowing it up. Get the point. That's a These motherfuckers take shit way too literal, but religious people do that, so it is what it is. But then when you ask him the question, okay, how do you actually destroy it? He'll never answer that fucking question ever. Because religious people never do. They just call you evil for actually answering the question to any degree. Even though I always say it's probably not even possible. But if it is possible, what are the ways? They always want to avoid that shit. We do it through overriding the perceptual manipulation. Okay, we've all done that. We all know this is bullshit. What's next? He'll never have an answer for that. Ever. But he wants to be like anonymous in his shit talking. Instead of just refuting me directly. Yeah, that's correct. I like that phrase. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. They can be sweet, even charming, make intellectual, sound arguments for their evil, sound normal, yet the man, like, everyone's a demon but him, right? F all these demon bootlickers and apologists and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And there we go. That's him responding to me directly. Finally. Finally. Took him fucking long enough. And what did it require to get that fucking done? This. It took this to get him to finally nut the fuck up and just say it out loud. Like, act like you want all these confrontations with demons, but you can't even talk to me. Like, you can't even say my name out loud and just quote me. And that's the other thing. He still hasn't quoted me. He still refuses to quote me. You notice how I'm showing you everything. I'll bring you directly to his video. We're gonna listen to it. And I'll tell you, I will show you what people say and respond to it directly. You know who doesn't do that? People with no real fucking answers. They're just fucking religious. And they want you to just believe them. They don't have a logical step-by-step process to anything. Their thought process isn't even logically step-by-step. It's founded in some form of religious belief. So, let's go back to that video. I'm not going to read everything. Y'all can read the shit. This is the first one, actually. I don't want to get copywritten, but
so what are you gonna tell us,
it's
though?
hilarious.
My usual. Zero, nothing. I tell you, the fuck. He said, no, you're gonna tell me something today, tough guy. I said, all right, I'll tell you something. Go fuck your mother. Bing, pow. You saw the paper, Anthony, my head was up like this. So now I'm coming around, you know. I start to come out of it. Who do I see in front of me? This big brick again. He says, oh, what do you want to tell me now, tough guy? I said, Bing, what are you doing here? I thought I tell you to go fuck your mother. I thought he was gonna shit. Oh, Bing, fuck this. Hey, I wish I was big just once. You're the big cops. Really funny.
It is funny. Stupid has really nothing to do with anything. It's not refuting anything I said. He's not quoting me. He's not talking about any of my logic. You know, like, pay attention to that type of shit.
The moment you've been waiting for, hanging on my every word.
And that right there, hanging on my every word. Yet, he was responding to my posts. I didn't even know he was talking about me for a while. Because have y'all ever heard me mention his name? And I mention people's names. If I'm talking about you, you're going to fucking know I'm talking about you. Have y'all ever heard me say shit about him? No. Have I ever had a bad word to say about the motherfucker? No. I even defended him on multiple occasions when people go, he's a crazy Christian. I go, it's just the mythos. And he's just using that story as yeah, no, he is a crazy Christian. But I still tried to, like, give him the benefit of the fucking doubt. Even when other people didn't. Even when Bliss got mad at him because he's posted some shit, I was like, Bliss, you can't force motherfuckers to believe what you believe. And let's be real, you got part of that belief from him, and you're just running with it further than he is. You're the witness now. Like, relax, Mr. Prophet. Like, you're not Jesus. You know, like. But I've never said shit about this guy. Period. And when I do watch his videos, I comment and I'm respectful and not like. No one's hanging on his words. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, until I realized, oh, he's sneak dissing. In those posts, he's directly talking about me, but won't say my name. Okay, well then I might as well just say it out loud. And you know, when you throw a rock in a crowd of dogs, the hit dog hollers, that's all I did. Did I say his name even in that post when I said, I know you're talking about me? No, I didn't say his name. I didn't say his name. And yet he responded with, okay, tough guy, fuck you, Shanghai El Thunder, which means he was talking about me, right? Right? If I make a post without saying someone's name, saying, I know who you are, I know you're going to look at this because you're looking at all my shit, say my name if you actually want to fucking challenge me in some way. And then he says my name, obviously it was him. Like, so who's hanging on whose every word? Think about it. Think about it.
Waiting for me to post again. When is Philosophy Vids
Turn
gonna
this up,
upload? So I can get my drama fix. I need drama. Drama needs me.
We need drama. Yet he's the one posting. Responding, but won't say who he's responding to. Nigga, that's drama, bro. Like, we're all in the same little corner of the internet. Like, it's gonna be clear. So if you keep responding to me, but not saying at some point I'm gonna figure that shit out. Or someone else is gonna bring it to my attention. You were asking for it. You're the one seeking the drama. That's why I said if you really want it, just say my name. And he did. He said my name. So clearly. And I like what he goes to. I actually like what he says in some of this.
You know, you gotta keep it interesting for
Gotta keep it
yourself.
interesting.
It's pretty boring out here.
Truth.
Yeah. I called out Schengen.
I was saying that to my lady earlier. I was saying it to Aaron A earlier. This is a boring world. None of this is fucking real. And this is the internet. This is the fakest of the fake world. Like, it's the digital realms. You should not be afraid to speak your fucking mind. I'm not gonna come hunt you fucking down and beat you up because you said some stuff about me on the internet. Motherfucker, you wanna say my name? Say my name. Like, you wanna refute me? Refute me. You wanna debate me? Debate me. You wanna argue with me? Argue with me. You wanna talk shit about me? Call me evil and call me all sorts of names? Go right ahead. Fuck it. It's just entertainment for me. Like, you're just another person on the internet speaking words. You know, it's like there's too much real shit going on out here to like. I'm supposed to be afraid of a guy speaking words? Come on, come on. It's just something to do. Like, go ahead. You want to battle me in some form or fashion? Go right ahead. Why not? I'm bored. You bored?
Thunder, or whatever the fuck the guy's name is. If you're on this side of YouTube, you've seen him spamming people's videos with his Discord server.
Truth. I absolutely spam that shit everywhere. And it's not my server. The first server was Bliss's server. He had our names on it, but it was really his. The other server is Aaronay's server, and the other server is Chris Sideris' server, because I would like to get as many people from this corner of the internet in one place at one time so we can all have one big conversation. And if there is anything to ever be done, we can all be on the same fucking page, and we can debate it amongst ourselves.
Where he talks about killing everyone and destroying everything, and Sakuna face and all hail.
Sakuna face.
And I don't know, all these like really fucking retarded buzzwords he uses. It just, you know, I mean, I have the right to say fuck you to anybody.
You're damn right, he sure does. But actually say it. Don't be a pussy about it. I have no problem with somebody saying fuck you to me, but say it to me. Don't be passive aggressive. Don't be a bitch about it. Don't be a pussy about it. Don't be like, well, I'm gonna talk about him, but I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna let him know I'm talking about him. I don't want him to know. I'm just gonna talk shit from a distance. And then when he actually asks me a question, because you know, you saw I asked him a question, he still hasn't answered it. He's not going to answer it. Like, he won't actually refute the logic of any of it. He'll just call me an evil demon. But cannot refute the step-by-step logic of what I'm saying. And won't even fucking try. Won't even fucking try. He's got a 9-minute video we're gonna watch too. I have not watched it. I watched this one and I said, you know what, fuck it, let's do it live. Why? There's no need to prepare for this. Like, I'm just real. I'm not here to bullshit you motherfuckers. I'm not here to sugarcoat shit for y'all. I'm not trying to put together a presentation. You getting a live reaction.
Just like he has the right to say, hey, fuck you, Philosophy Vids.
Yep.
He reserves that right.
And I still won't really say it because I really don't care. I don't care about what your opinion is, what your philosophy is, what your thought process is. I just want you to say it with your fucking chest out. When I disagree with people, it's on logic. Logical fallacies is usually what I'm going to disagree with. You know? Beyond that, your opinion's your opinion. We could talk opinion all day. I love theories. I love different myths. I could use all the myths and look at them all from different angles. I'm not religious. I don't hold on to any of them as my story. Like, you know, so I don't really give a fuck what anybody thinks or believes. I just want them to stand on that shit. Grab your fucking balls and be a man. Don't sit there and whisper behind my back, bro. If you're gonna say fuck you, say it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he did. That was the goal, to get him to fucking grab his balls and nut up and be a man about this shit instead of being a bitch.
I reserve the right to say, hey, no, fuck you, Shingo.
You sure do.
It is what it is. I mean, am I gonna, you know, go home and cry? No, but you know, you gotta, when shit gets flung at you, you gotta fling it back.
And that's what I did. When somebody is responding to you, and you know they're responding to you, and they're calling you stupid and things along these lines, calling you an evil demon and all sorts of shit, but they won't say your fucking name. They're slinging shit. Just because he didn't say my name doesn't mean that we don't know who the fuck he's talking about. You're slinging shit. Okay, I'm gonna catch that and throw it right back at your ass. Like, all right, we could both sling shit. Which I didn't even do. I just called him out on it. If you're gonna say my name, say my fucking name. That's it. Now we can respond. Because now I want to, like, if you got an issue with me, say it clearly. And we'll go through his posts and we'll go through his videos. See, I'm a direct individual. Direct. So be direct. Don't run from it.
So nobody nobody knows what happened to Bliss, really.
And that's an excuse. We all know what happened to Bliss. Everyone in that server knows what happened. You poisoned him with your thought processes of your Christian fallen angels and whatnot. He came in there spewing that shit, literally said it was you. Like, he himself said he got it from you. And then he had an experience, and then he went further than what you were saying. But it started with what you were saying, bro. Like, let's just be fucking real about that. It started with that shit. He became extra religious out of nowhere, and he credited it to philosophy. His own words, he credited it to you. Philosophy Vids. Like, anyone who was in that server knows that. Anyone in the RNA server right now who came from there knows that. He wouldn't let anyone have their own thought processes anymore. All of a sudden, you had to be part of his religious thought process, or you could be banned. It was literally agree with me or get the fuck out and unsubscribe. He even did it to you. Like, he even turned on you. Because when he said something that you didn't personally agree with, he got really fucking mad. And he started banning everyone. And it didn't matter what you said to him. And that started with him talking to yo ass. Because you got this weird Christian Abrahamic mindset where you worship this fucking realm whether you want to say it or not. If you worship the god of it, like, it is what it is.
He's on the other side of the planet. For all we know, he just deleted his videos. So,
well, we all know that.
Just sitting
he did.
Back chuckling at all of us. But yeah, I have to stoke the fire because I'm fucking bored, people. I'm bored here.
He has to stoke the fire because he's bored. Well, he stoked it. Here it is. He stoked and he stoked and he stoked. And I let him go. Because I was like, whatever. But it's annoying. And it's not annoying to be refuted or disagree with. I don't give a fuck. It's annoying for someone to be a bitch about it. Like, bro, if you want to stoke the fire, stoke it. Don't try to hide while you stoke the fucking fire, bro. Like, the fuck.
I need some more devils to trample upon, some more demons to come after me.
More devils to trample.
And I know Joshua caught some strays from me the other day he wasn't expecting.
So he wants to trample devils. Wouldn't that increase suffering? Wouldn't that cause suffering for those devils? I thought you don't want to cause any suffering. Oh, so you can cause suffering to get the outcome of your war agenda, but anybody else is evil, right? Anyone else saying the same exact shit is evil. By your own logic, those demons are just doing what they're doing for their agenda. And you're doing what you're doing for your agenda. Are you wrong? I wouldn't say so. I'd say you're right. You should do that. If you don't like what they're doing, stomp them. But if they don't like what you're doing, they can do the same thing. You're both evil to each other. You're all demons. Like if a motherfucker ran in here right now and tried to kill me, I'm gonna murder their ass. Do they want to be murdered? No, but they came for the smoke. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but I'm not gonna sit here and be like, oh well, I don't want to cause no harm. No, I absolutely want to harm that fucker. They came to increase my suffering, so I'm going to increase theirs. Period. Am I evil for that? Like, look in the mirror, bro.
He just got clocked over the head.
Especially since you're talking about me. You're not even talking about like some arc. You're not talking about some entities. You're talking about me. I'm one of these demons or devils you want to trample on. So you want to increase my suffering then. Based upon your reasoning. How Jesus-like. I'm fine with that. I have no issues with that. By all means, increase my suffering as much as you think you can. I have no problems with it. If I'm your enemy, by all means, kill me in any way you can. But don't be a hypocrite about it. It's real ironic.
Whether it was deserved or not, I'm sorry. He's a big boy too. He'll recover, I'm sure. So, yeah. I did not coax anybody into self-exiting. Fuck out of here.
Nobody's saying that you coaxed him into self-exiting. He was talking about that long before you. What we're all saying is what happened in the Discord. He lost his fucking mind because of your ass. Became uber religious out of nowhere and started trying to force people into his belief system. Literally, agree with me or get the fuck out and unsubscribe. Those were his exact words. That's not very Bliss-like. That's very you-like, where you're the only person who knows exactly what's happening. And, like, sure you do. Like, sure you do.
I'm not actually interested in discussing any of my theories with anybody. Yeah, Bliss and I would.
And yet, he posts them all the time. He makes videos and posts, but he doesn't want to discuss them. Yeah, of course, as soon as you get challenged on them, you don't want to discuss them. Of course.
Go back and forth sometimes, but I make these videos for myself to articulate ideas. That's it.
And yet, he's talking to all of us. We all make videos for ourselves to articulate these ideas. Duh. But people watch those videos. And someone might comment. Like, someone might go, well, wait a second. Let me check your philosophy here and see the logic of it. And I have an issue with this part right here. And then you want to just start calling people names. Instead of actually logically making it make sense, no, you're all just evil demons. All right, if you say so. Johnny Boy beatbox. This happens when people take the mythos too seriously and literal. Exactly. Exactly. It's called religion. Like, you know, like that's what that is. It's being religious.
I'm not here to garner a little army on Discord.
I'm not here to garner a little army on Discord, but I can recall him in a video saying that, you know, we need to battle the fallen angels. So why would you not be trying to collect the people who are watching and listening to you in one place, let alone anyone who agrees with you in one form or fashion, so you can actually battle the fallen angels? Do you see it? Like, these philosophers are so fucking useless. I don't want to actually do anything. I don't want to actually gather an army to actually go against the beings that I say are fucking destroying all of it. Like, the beings who I say are at war with us, the fallen angels. I don't want to gather people to go against them. Then what the fuck is the point? Like, do you hear? Like, really listen when people say dumb things, because he's gonna try to make it sound like it's dumb to get people in these areas, these hall. What do you think? What do you think a YouTube channel is? It is you putting out content that draws people to it that may or may not agree with you, but a lot of them will if they're following you, subscribe to you, watching your shit every day. What is the point of telling them the truth if they're not to act on it in some form or fashion? Like, people make dumb fucking arguments. You better gather an army or you're just fucking useless to your own cause. Like, especially when your cause is a war against fallen angels, for crying out. Like, not even like other regular humans that you. No, these are fallen entities from a higher plane of existence. Like, and you're not trying to gather an army? Are you insane? Are you insane? Aliens just dropped on the planet? You know, it's like, and are manipulating our fucking whole world society, and you're not trying to gather an army to do something about them? Weird thoughts.
Any of that childish shit, okay? It's just, I'm not here for that. I don't fucking care. If that somehow...
I don't fucking care. Yeah, clear as day.
You know, if you think you're progressing by doing that, then more power to yourself.
If you think you're progressing by doing that, yet he makes videos every day on a YouTube channel. It's a platform that he has a channel on. No different than Discord, you're having a server on. Like, think about it. Like, he's doing the same shit and then trying to act like he's not doing the same shit. Oh, it's childish if you do it on Discord, but on my YouTube channel, no. I'm the adult in the room. Do you hit, like, bro, shut up. You're being a hypocrite.
Right? Do whatever you gotta do to get by. Yeah. Do I need to keep going? I think I've made my stance clear in my community posts. I really don't fucking care. You know, if people have an issue.
He really doesn't care, yet he refutes me at every chance he gets, without actually saying my name. He doesn't care, but he's hanging on every word. Every time I post something, every time I drop a live stream, he's there with a post to try and call me a demon. But he doesn't care, though. Bruh, which is it? You care and you're against the demons that I am? Like, I'm an evil demon and you're against me? Or you're not? Which is it? Just, like, so wishy-washy. No spine.
With me, it keeps it interesting.
It does.
Just be respectful. Just know that, you don't know who I am. You have no idea who the fuck you're talking to.
Very true.
Just keep that in mind.
Very true. And guess what? Ditto. Like, as I said before, we're just people talking on the internet. There's no need to be afraid to say whatever the fuck you feel you need to say. But fucking say it, bro. Don't hide. Don't run from it. Say it, bro. Say it. Do these instead become all right, let's go check the next one. There's that monitoring the situation. This may or may not have anything to do with me. I'm just clicking this now. If it doesn't, hey, we'll just watch a Philosophy Vids video and let's give it a like. Why not? Shout out to him. And if it is about me in any way, we'll discuss it. We'll see.
Oh, here we are. Another day down the drain. I'm not going to keep the drama thing going. I have, more important things. Just
the drama thing that he clearly wanted by making post after post about me. And then when I said, hey, you out there, you know who you are, making post after post about me. If you want the drama, say my name. He said my name loud and clear. Y'all saw the video? Shanghai Thunder. It's named after me. But now he doesn't want to keep it going. And okay, whatever. Sure.
Stay focused on. I already have responded.
I have responded, yet he actually didn't. He hasn't really responded to anything I've actually said. He's not quoted me one time and then had a step-by-step logical explanation as to why it's incorrect. He just calls me an evil demon because I actually answer the questions he refuses to answer. It's basic. If all things suffer simply by existing, and they cause suffering simply by existing, then how do you get rid of suffering? You have to get rid of the things that exist. Because as long as they exist, they will suffer and they will cause suffering. That's just a logical fact. That's not my opinion. That's not a theory. That's a fact. If you can logically break that chain of logic, please do so. I've never seen a single person be able to. Most of them don't even fucking try. They just call you evil for saying such a thing, even though it's fucking true. Then I say, okay. And again, I'm usually responding to people based on their own philosophies. I'm not even usually talking about mine. I'm talking about them, because all these people always say the same shit. Antinatalist, pro-mortalist, whatever kind of ist they are, it's always about ending suffering, lowering suffering, lessening suffering. I go, okay, well, what are the actual logical steps of doing that? Step one is do no harm, cause no suffering. Okay, well, you're not going to change anything. The suffering that exists will continue existing, and that's that, because you're not doing anything. Maybe you're not adding to it as much as you possibly can. But just by existing, you are causing things to suffer, I guarantee it. Like, but you're trying not to as much as you can. Okay, that's cool. That's very nice of you. It's the Jesus way. Then there's step number 2, which is what he does, and he just doesn't want to fucking claim it out loud. Because he said he's cursing me. We'll go over that later. He's like, you pick those you decide to increase the suffering for, and you pick those that you decide to decrease the suffering for. So, for example, if you're a slave on a slave plantation, you will want to decrease your misery, decrease your suffering and the suffering of the other slaves, and in doing so, you will cause suffering to the master. Because how do you do that? By revolting, by getting free. And if the slaves get free, first off, in order to get free, what are they going to have to do? Murk the master, murk the overseer. They're going to have to kill any fucking slaves that try to stop them, because a lot of slaves will try to stop them to get rewarded by massa. They're going to have to increase suffering for certain beings in order to decrease their suffering, period. If somebody is if somebody's raping you, and you stab them in the neck to get them to stop raping you, you just increased their suffering to decrease your suffering. So when he says, oh, I'm an evil demon and he wants to step on my neck and he wants to curse me and trample me, and he's saying he wants to increase my suffering. Period. Period. So don't let a motherfucker fool you. Like, he wants to increase the suffering of whoever he sees as an enemy. If he didn't, he wouldn't be putting them on a list of people to curse. In his own words, we'll go over that. We're going to go through the posts where he talks about cursing me and putting me on a list, and he wants to curse people. Now, mind you, he was responding to me before I ever said anything about him. So me simply saying, bro, if you're going to talk shit about me, say my name, he put me on a curse list. But he wants to do no harm and cause no harm. And anyone who wants to increase suffering is a demon. But he's not a demon? Okay, sure, brother. Whatever you say, brother demon. Whatever you say, demon bro.
But no doubt, I have the attention of the people I am calling out. They've known I was talking to them for a while now.
And yet he wouldn't say our names. Think about that.
I mean, come on. Think I'm not perceptive of these things. I picked up on it months ago, so.
He says months ago. I didn't know he was talking about me months ago. Like, don't get me wrong, he said things here and there, but I have commented to see, and he never, so he said something about, these people who play with upside down 5-point stars, the demons in disguise or some shit like that. And it was either a video or a post. And I laughed and I said, bro, it's just a symbol. Relax. And he was like, oh, I know it's just a symbol and yada, yada, blah, blah, blah. He didn't say, nah, fuck that, you're a demon and a devil. So if he was talking, so I'm guessing that's what he's talking about when he says that he was talking about us months ago. But did I come at him sideways? No. Did I come at his neck? No. I tried to have a conversation with him. It's just symbols, bro. You can make the symbols mean whatever the fuck you want. 3 different people can use the same exact symbol for 3 different fucking things. Even if they're all related to the same thing, they could still have slight differences in how they use that symbol. Just take Christians, for example. They all use the cross, right? But there's 1,000 different sects of Christianity, right? Like, who don't agree on everything. Doesn't mean they're all at war with each other or anything like, but they don't agree on everything. And they have fought wars with each other, Protestants, Catholics, and shit. Like, they fought literal wars with each other, but they're all part of the same fucking religion, using the same symbols. Do you get what I'm like? They're symbols, bro. Relax. And that's all I really said to him. And we laughed. And then I moved on. I didn't know he was talking about me for months. Months ago? Who are we? Who are these people? Why don't you say our names out loud? Because maybe he's not talking about me. Maybe he wasn't talking about me months ago. Maybe it's somebody else and he's just saying these people and I'm just one of these people. And he talked about me this month. I don't fucking know. Because he doesn't say it. Because he's too weak-willed to just say people's names. Call out your enemies, bro. Don't lead people on to believe that you're cool with them when really you're a secret enemy, bro. That's snake shit, bro. I like serpents, but you shouldn't. Christian, fallen angel, fearer, like, bruh, shed the skin. Show us who and what you are. Grab your balls and talk. It's the internet, bro. What you afraid of? Think I'm gonna come find you? Like I'm gonna waste my time to go out of my way to find wherever the fuck you are, fucking get all the way there and like, come on, bro. I could just do this. This is so much easier and more fun, in my opinion. Kieran, what's up, bro? Kieran said hi, so hi, Kieran. Like, really listen to when people say these things. So he was talking about us months ago. You heard him say that. But has he said any of our names? No. Think of how shady that is, bro. We were in the same server months ago, in the Bliss server. It had his name, Philosophy Vids' name was on it, my name was on it. There's quite a few of our names on it. And we'd be in there talking to stuff. Philosophy never wanted to call us demons and devils, not out loud. But that lets me know I should probably go back 3 or 4 months and listen to his videos and then go, anytime he does that, I should probably put my name in there because that's I'm probably one of the people he's talking about if he was talking about this in this video when he's responding to me in this moment. Do you get what I'm saying? Really pay attention to people. They'll show you who the fuck they are because they don't know how to pay attention to their own words, and they give themselves away with their own hypocrisy, their own irony. Like, we're probably going to catch them doing that multiple. We're 41 seconds in, bro. We're probably going to catch that many times this video. Kieran says, how are you doing? I'm doing. I'm alive in this realm. That's how I'm doing.
It's just kind of funny. It's kind of funny. I was just chilling, making videos, and then these people come in my comments, talking crazy, asking me to join their Discord, and no.
To join their Discord? You mean the Bliss Discord that we already had in existence and shit like talking crazy? You mean, because initially, when I first went in his comment section, I was defending him. If you go find my first comments in his videos, it's me defending him from people calling him a crazy Christian. And he joined the Discord server. He says, no, but he joined. When I uploaded his video to Aaron's Discord server and said, this man seems like he's afraid of symbols. He's going to have a hard time fighting demons and angels and whatever the fuck if he's afraid of symbols. He was there. He responded. He said, oh, no, I know it's just symbols, da-da-da-da, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, all right, just checking on you because, bro, like, this shit gets real darker than symbols. Like, there's a lot of crazy shit going on. And you worried about a upside down star that's, like, come on, bro. Like, that someone's using for their own personal fucking reasons. Not because they're worshiping the fucking beings you fear so much. Like, so, motherfuckers was defending him. Multiple people even came to me and said, bro, why are you defending that guy? He's a fucking crazy Christian. Through and through. He's trying to hide it. And I'm like, yeah, but unless he comes out and openly, like, because when I went in his comments section and somebody was calling him that, I said, because in that video, he very specifically said, I'm not telling you to be a Christian or any of these things. I'm just, saying this as an example, yada, blah, blah. And I was like, look, he's just using the mythos. It's the mythos, bro. Relax, leave him alone. Like, everyone's allowed to have their own thought processes. You know what I'm saying? So I was defending this motherfucker all the way up until about a month ago, where I was even defending him against Bliss. But over the last month, I have noticed specifically, and people brought it to my attention, bro, he's talking directly about you. I don't know why you defend him ever. He talks about you. Like, this dude thinks you're his enemy while you sitting here defending his ass. So no, we didn't go in his comments talking crazy shit. And he joined the Discord. Yeah, he left. He did leave. But he was there for a couple weeks. Like, so it's not like we showed up talking crazy shit or something and he was like, fuck you, I'm not doing, like, no. Bro, that's not what happened. That's not what happened.
I don't fucking want to. Don't want to be your buddy. Just,
Yet he was in there.
Leave me the fuck alone.
And he never said, leave me the fuck alone. Matter of fact, if Josh is willing to attest to this, when I was defending this motherfucker against one of these TSM guys, one of TSM's bots, y'all know who TSM is. One of his bots was in there talking shit to him, and he was talking shit to Josh too, and I defended both him and Josh, and I said, and I even told him, hey, change your comment moderation to none so I can play with this guy. I'll do it for you. I love these retards. I'll play with them. I even told him, hey, come over to my channel and play with me. Come comment on my shit. We can do this all day. Like, I'm bored anyway. That was me defending him on his channel. So, and he was pretty buddy there. He was pretty cool with me at the time. So no, he didn't say, I don't want to be your buddies and I don't want to join. He joined the Discord server. Ask anyone in the fucking server. Matter of fact, unless he deleted what he said, I might even be able to go into that channel and find it. Because I uploaded his video and he responded. He was in the server. So no, he wasn't like, oh, fuck you, I don't want to be your buddy, leave me alone. No, that's not what he did at all. Period. Even when he left, he didn't say leave me alone or fuck you guys or anything like that. He just left. And many people come in and out of servers, bro. Some people come back to the server. And then there's a bunch of bots who go in and out, and people who want to join just to talk shit to you, and you entertain them for as long as you want to before you kick them out. Who just want to sit there and just call you names. He didn't even do any of that. He lurked, bro. He only talked in there one fucking time, and that was when I uploaded his video talking about the symbols. And he was very friendly in his response. Period. So don't let the motherfucker fool you.
I'll leave you alone. It's that simple.
Leave me alone and I'll leave you alone. And yet, first off, he never said that. We never had that conversation. None of us did. None of us. He didn't say anything like that. And then secondly, what does he actually do in reality? He talks shit on his posts over and over again. He hangs on every one of my fucking words and responds to me without actually responding to me, without saying my name. He just said it a few minutes ago. Yeah, I've been talking about these people for months. I knew that they caught wind that I was talking about them months ago. No, nigga, I didn't know you was talking shit about me months ago. I did not catch wind of. I didn't know. It didn't even fully click until like 3 days ago, where I was like, yeah, he's been talking about me this whole time. Goddamn. And I didn't go back 3 months. Maybe I should go back further and see what you're saying, because I don't read your posts every day. Most people's posts, if it's not a video, for the most part, I don't care. Certain people, I check their posts, like Mark Antinatalist or Mark the World Destroyer. If he posts some shit, I'm there. That's my guy. Most people, though, if they just make a post, I'm going to see them all at one time. Like when I click their channel and maybe I go click their post, I'm going to see them all at one time. I don't get shit daily. Like I don't check anyone's shit daily. I really don't. Even months when I see that he's posted something and I go, oh, he posted 3 things. Let me go check all 3 of those things he posted. Most posts are just individual posts I happen to see. And yet, if you go look at his posts, which we're going to go over, he's responding to me one after the next. Yet, alone and I'll leave you alone? Come on. Stop bullshitting, bro. When someone sounds so innocent and so, like, bro, fishy, bullshit, shady shit.
But people need to just not be naive on this side of YouTube. There's been channels, other channels that I won't name, but are quite obvious
that I won't name. I'm gonna sit here and talk shit about you, but I won't even say your name. I won't even give you the respect of saying your name so you could defend yourself. Peep it.
all their time attacking other people. I haven't done that.
TSM does that. And Philosophy Vids might not say people's names, but that's basically what he spends most of his time. Well, he just doesn't say your fucking name when he does it.
Until now, because now it's necessary to do so. But I don't spend.
Now it's necessary because he's been called out for doing exactly that. That's what I called him out for doing. He just wasn't saying names. And then as soon as I called him out for, what did he do? He said my name. He proved a point. He just said, oh yeah, months ago. I was talking about these people months ago. Come on, bro.
My time lashing out at others. That's not why I make these videos.
That's what makes his posts.
But if somebody calls me out for or accuses me of something, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not just going to sit there and take it. But
accuses him of something that he admitted to doing. First off, in his actions, he admitted to doing it because I never said his name in the post. I said, you know who you are. And what did he do? He made the very next video had my name on the title. So he was it. It's not just an accusation. It's what you were doing, bro. You even said it. These people know I'm talking about them. I peeped it months ago. So you peeped months ago that we figured out that you were talking about us. So that means you were probably talking about us before that. Because I didn't peep it months ago, but you seem to think that we knew this months ago, which means you were talking about us at least months ago. But he doesn't spend his time doing that, right? Like, do you hear this motherfucker like just contradict himself over and over again? But that's what religious people do.
This is what people who slander others, who cause mischief which Shengao has been doing since he came.
Name a single person I've slandered. Name one person I've told a lie on. I made a video saying Emendham is a pussy. And I broke down exactly why he's a pussy. I'm not slandering, motherfucker. It's fucking proof. Period. I'm not slandering, motherfucker. Pointing out actual actions. I didn't slander Philosophy Vids. He's been slandering me without saying my name. He's been passive aggressively slandering me, apparently for months. You heard him. Months. But we're come on, bro. I'm a slanderer? Who did I slander? Please point it out. I hope he says something. I doubt he will, but let's see.
I think it was like January. He just sort of fucking came out of nowhere.
See, he's been really paying attention because he's right. It was January where I kind of came out of nowhere. I never planned to make videos, live streams, or none of that shit until one night, angry as fuck at the retarded humans that live on the planet, New Year's Eve. That's if you go into my videos right now, there's a New Year's Eve video, or technically New Year's Day at that one, it was like 3 a.m, called Fuck Humanity or something about humanity or humanity, what a fucking species, some shit like that. I can't remember. That was the first video that I actually made. Every other video on my channel is from a prior time in my life where I just uploaded those videos for storage so I can get them off my phone. All my partying and cruising and whatever the fuck, I was doing in my 20s and shit. All those videos were just something I uploaded years after they happened because I needed space on my phone. My first real YouTube video, like for the purposes of putting something on YouTube for people to view, January 1st this year. So he's paying attention clearly. He said he's been slandering us for months, right? And yet I've only been on YouTube for months. What was it, May, son? So 6-7 months? Where I've been on here talking. Like I've had a YouTube since like 2012, 2013, some shit like that. But I haven't put videos out here talking about any of this shit until this fucking year. So what he's saying is from the very beginning, he didn't fuck with me. But he ain't act that way from the beginning at all. Period. And if he was doing that, he was doing it in such a sly, passive-aggressive fashion, I didn't realize until now. And I didn't realize it went back that far. You hear his words. Came out of nowhere in January. He's paying attention. He's following.
And just, yeah, he's been trying to stir up mischief ever since. Just
mischief. You notice how he says these words? He doesn't just say what the fuck I said or I'll tell you everything. You quote me and I'll fucking stand on that shit and explain why. But you notice it won't do that. He just tries to attack and insult. He's been trying to stir up mischief. What? Mischief? Like, the fuck kind of...
talking crazy. I'm not gonna
talking
say
crazy.
He is or isn't a demon. I started... only he...
Now he won't say whether I am or am not a demon. But he's been calling me this whole time. He said he had devils to trample. He needs to stand on a demon's neck. He's been slandering me for months, according to him. So if you go look at all those posts where he's talking about stepping on demons and shit, he's talking about me, apparently. So now I'm not a demon. Now that he's been called out, suddenly I'm not a demon? No, stand on that shit, bro. Call me a demon. I'm fine with it. I'm perfectly fine with it. Because everyone's a demon. If I'm a demon, bro, humans everywhere are fucking demons. If I'm a demon, like, this realm produces demons then. Like, fuck? But now I'm not a demon? Okay, all right. I've been a demon this whole time, but not now. All right, whatever.
No, so only he knows if he has a dark fucking soul.
A soul.
That's something that, I can speculate on.
Please
can,
do.
Provide insight on the nature of the actual demons, meaning what I'll just call the global cult that I was in communication with for over 3 years.
Well, that I'm definitely not a fucking part of, because I'm more anti the global cult than you are, bro. I want to actually destroy them, top to bottom, including their whole system that they created for their agenda. And every time I say something like that, you call me evil. Whatever, bro.
70,000 pages of fallen angel technology saved to my hard drive that I have not gone through yet, that I will eventually go through. Those are actual demons. This is not angsty teenagers, putting up demonic imagery, just thinking it's edgy or whatever. But like I said, if you have a demon fucking soul, only you know that.
I'll take it.
You probably knew it growing up. As soon as you reached, I don't know, age past.
Define a demon soul. And define it properly. With detail. And make it make real sense. And where do demon souls come from? And all, if you have a demon soul, prove demon souls even exist. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, if you have a demon soul, only you could know. But you know who the demons are? Come on, bro.
Childhood. I don't know. Sometime between 10 and 20, you probably realize, if you are a demon, that there's just this fucking darkness within you. This is what these...
Oh, I definitely have a darkness within me. So if that's what makes me a demon, then fucking I'm a demon. So to me, the way I would label a demon is multiple ways. It depends on which way you want to label it. You could label it religiously, based on a specific religion and what they would call a demon. You could say a demon is any evil being. You could say a demon is any rebellious being. You could say a demon is any chaotic being. But if it just takes some darkness, are you joking? Bro, you have some darkness in you, whether you fucking realize it. All beings, especially conscious entities, have some darkness in them. That's the only reason why you could say, I curse you. If you ain't have no darkness in you, you can't curse nobody, bro. Like, the fuck?
Entities, and they have to hide it. They have to hide their true nature. They spend, their entire life trying to blend in.
And yet, I don't try to blend in for shit. Even in this little truth community, anyone who's over here, no matter what you think, you're already out of the normal. In this little community, I'm out of the normal. Does anyone disagree with that? Like, I'm not the average even here. So I'm not trying to blend in with anyone. I'm just raw and real. If I see it, I'm going to say it. If you like it, you like it. If you don't, you fucking don't. I don't give a fuck about blending in with nobody. I'm not even using the terminologies to blend in. I will use terminology specifically not to. Just to not blend in with everybody else. Johnny Boy Beatbox says, why deny your darkness? Exactly. The fuck? Like, are you a coward, bro? Like, would you ever go to, like, if anyone would step in your home and try to harm you, would you harm them? Then you got some darkness, man. Like, if you wouldn't harm them, like, if you're Jesus fucking Christ, they come to put you on a cross and you'll carry it for them and put yourself on it and not hurt. Okay, you're all love and light. But if you would stop someone from causing you physical harm, you have darkness in you, dumbass. You're capable of defending yourself physically, violently. You have darkness in you. The only question is, how much? Some motherfuckers have so much darkness, they just want to harm things because they like it. It makes them feel good. I was watching Sword Art Online earlier. Look up a group called Laughing Coffin. Those motherfuckers are extremely dark. But the main character, who they call the Dark Swordsman, they literally call him Blackie and the Black Swordsman, and he fights against them. But he has to tap into his darkness to do so. He had to kill a few of them. Now, I don't think he should be crying about it the way he does. Like, those motherfuckers were just straight evil, bro. Kill them. Like, why do you, like... See, and that's my thing. If motherfuckers are evil and committed to evil, I don't feel bad about harming them. And that's evil based on what I call evil. Because, period, evil is what... An evil motherfucker usually thinks they're doing some good shit. Like, you go watch any movie. Thanos thought he was the good guy. The other good guys thought they were the good guy. Who's the good guy? Well, that's all based on your opinion. Do you think Thanos was right or do you think he was wrong? For me, it's a logical step. I go, he was right in the short term, wrong in the long term. Like, what he said wasn't incorrect, but that's not going to last forever. You know, like, so was he really a bad guy or a good guy? I'd say he's more of an anti-hero. He's not a good or a bad guy. He's just a guy who had a thought process and he was trying to achieve a goal. The good guys were fighting for the status quo. Well, what's the status quo? Governments ruling and all, like, the bullshit. Yeah, the system. Captain America and the gang were defending the world as it is. Does that make them good guys? When they're defending a bad world? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, bro, that's up to you. Do you think they're good guys? Or do you think they're bad guys? Because they're defending this world of elitism and CIA and governments, and that's who they fucking run with and work for. And every one of those movies, they're talking to the government. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, even when the government comes after them, like Captain America Civil War, motherfuckers will still work. Half of them were on the side of that. Like, so it's like, are they good guys or bad guys? Are they evil or are they not evil? Up to you as an individual to judge. One person looks at an IVF clinic and says, "Oh, that's so great. It's giving hope to people to have children that can't have children." Somebody else will look at it and go, "Are you insane?" So they're taking people who shouldn't even be having kids and giving them kids unnaturally, scientifically, and technologically in order to boost the population by artificial methods. That's evil as fuck. And then that other person's going to look at you like, "Wow, you're crazy. Why would you say that? You're evil. Children should be born. We should have as many kids as possible. You're evil." While somebody else is going to go, "Actually, it's evil to have children because you're just bringing them here to suffer." Neither of them are wrong. Now, logically speaking, I could make an argument, but when it comes to their own personal philosophies, that's how they view the world. So if we say children shouldn't be born or come into this world because it's a bad world and they're going to suffer, somebody else can call you evil for that. You're saying that because you think it's the right thing. You're not being evil. But then that person goes, "Wow, you're fucking evil." You're fucking evil. So what is evil? What is good? What is a demon? What is darkness? What is a dark soul? You notice how he never really defines these things. I've watched his videos. I've been subscribed. He has a very hard time making real logical explanations of anything. I wish he would.
Trying to cover up the fact that they are a fucking devil incarnate.
Not me.
And some do it better than others. Some can't hold back, their evil urges, and you see them on the news, you see them doing crazy shit.
What evil urges? Be specific, bro. Are you talking about rapists and pedophiles? Are you talking about governments bombing whole nations, like elites, politicians? Are you talking about tech oligarchs want to create AI to control everything? Or are you talking about Guy Edward Barkus, who went and blow up an IVF antinatalist, pro-moralist, to bring children into this realm, and these people are the worst because is a system that's going to advance. It doesn't stay stuck where it is. So they're going to get better. Have you ever heard of CRISPR? Test tube babies, cloning. He actually went to attack that system, and he explained it pretty clearly. Are you talking about that? What are you talking about when you say people's dark fucking... What do you call that again? Let's click that in.
Cover up the fact that they are a fucking devil incarnate. And some do it better than others. Some can't hold back, their evil urges, and,
Their evil urges. Please break that down for us, Philosophy Vids. What evil urges are you talking about? Specifically. Be specific.
You see them on the news.
Because again, if he's talking about me at all, I don't have evil urges. At least not according to myself. They might be evil to someone else. Do I want to kill people? Of course. You gonna ask me who? Are you gonna ask me why? It's the same people he said, what did he call it? The global cabal? Yeah, I want to kill every fucking one of them. Period. All of them. And anyone who would support them or fight to save them. Does that make me evil? I wouldn't say so, but if it does, fuck it, I'll take it. I said this the other day, like a week ago. I was fucking drunk, so I don't think I explained it well enough, but whatever, I stand by it. Where I said, I'm starting to think I'm fucking evil. Because everything that I say, people seem to think is fucking evil. Well, if it is, then I guess I'm fucking evil. Like, if that's what defines evil, then sign me up. Wanting to kill the cabal, wanting to destroy the elites, their system, that artificial intelligence, any beings within or beyond this realm who are enforcing our enslavement and suffering, if wanting to kill them and destroy their system is evil, then fuck it, I'm evil. Like the fuck?
News, you see them doing crazy shit. But the real fucking big players in this, you never see. You don't hear about them. They're not, in the World Economic Forum. They're not Bill Gates or Klaus Schwab or any of these fucking people. You never see the actual fallen angels that I've been discussing, because that's what they are. They are fallen angel spirits. These are...
He's being literal. He's being literal. Christianity.
The spirits who essentially revolted in heaven, were cast out, came down to the earth or whatever, and are working overtime on destroying everything.
Christians, bro. Who made those angels? Who created them the way that, like, if we're gonna go with the Christian story, because I'm not a fucking Christian, but let's step into the world of Christianity. Who made the fallen angels? Because they weren't fallen angels when they were made, right? They were just angels. Who made them? Yahweh. God. Adonai. El Elyon. Whichever God you want to call this being. Baal. Because that was, Lord. Like, whatever you, the I am that I am. So that being, God, he who sits on the throne, made these beings and made this world that corrupted those angels. And yes, it was this world that corrupts those angels, because if people don't know the fallen angel story, they don't realize that Nama, who was a human woman, a daughter of one of, I forget which one, Abraham, one of fucking God's prophets, like, she seduced the angels in order to get knowledge and wisdom. This is where the idea of witchcraft using angels comes from. So this world already existed, humans already existed, and humans were already corrupt enough to the point of being able to corrupt angels. Human women seduced the angels. These are the first witches. These witches seduced angels to gain knowledge. And because of this, the angels weren't allowed back in heaven. So they're called fallen angels. Who created those angels? Who created this world? Who created humanity? And those same humans, how did they fall? Because Eve bit the apple and then Adam bit the apple. But who created Adam and Eve? Who created that apple? Who created that garden? Who put it all right there? God. Like, the Christian God. So it's all this God's fault. Christians love to ignore that part. But they're the same people who will tell you that this being is like infinite, immortal, all-knowing, all-powerful, all. He's all everything. Yet he still created these things that did that. Then that means it's his fault. He did it on purpose. You can't say he's all-knowing, all-powerful, all this, all that, and then he makes mistakes. No. That means everything that you're seeing right now is purposely his fault. He's an author, and this is the story he wrote. I'm no Christian, but if you are, and you believe in the fallen angels, literally, then this is the story you believe. Unless you're making up a brand new version. And if you are, you should give us the whole story in detail, so we can actually pick through it with a fine-tooth comb and see if it makes any real sense. Like, religious people, bro.
The motto is kill everyone and destroy everything. I mean, that is their motive.
Actually, that's not the motto of fallen angels, nor their motivation. Where is he getting that from? Probably his own personal beliefs and those emails that he goes through, right? The entire point of the fallen angel story is to simply show how desire can corrupt even a supposedly perfect being. Like angels. Beings of light who fell based on desire. And they became nothing more than powerful humans. Living on Earth like humans, just with more powers. Like, they're just superhumans at this point. And they did want whatever they wanted to do. That's the truth is. It was desire that the story is trying to steer you away from. But he takes it so fucking literal, he can't even get the point of the story. They didn't want to come destroy into it. Like, that wasn't, not the fallen angels. That's more of a Satan story. Even Lucifer didn't want to destroy everything. He just didn't want to be under God's yoke. And then the other story is he had so much pride, he just wanted to be God. But who created him? That same God. That same God who's far more prideful, because he is the I am that I am, all should worship me. God. I create you for the single purposes of worshiping me and following my orders. But he's not prideful? Fuck out of here. The hypocrisy in Christianity is crazy. You want to talk fallen angels rebelling against this God? Well, why'd they rebel? Like, get into it, bro. Dig all the way in. Like, let's be real about this shit.
Operandi, and if not that, lock it down, take it over. Spread the rebellion, spread the chaos, increase the entropy. This is the...
Yet they're making artificial intelligence. No, they don't want to increase entropy. They're increasing negentropy. See, he doesn't even understand artificial intelligence enough to know what... Like, you have to actually study entropy and negentropy to understand what they are and how they're produced. If their agenda is this society, which is having the outcome of artificial general and superintelligence, for the openly stated goals of Jupiter brains and literally merging the entire universe into one giant fucking AI thing, that's negentropy. That's not entropy. That's not chaos. That's extreme levels of order. That's cosmic tiers of order and control. They're not spreading chaos. They created the system. The system is not chaos. It's control, structure, and order. That's what prisons are for, militaries, governments, economics, monetary. These are systems of control to keep the peasants in line. That's not spreading chaos and entropy. That's doing the complete opposite. The complete opposite. Like, he doesn't even have enough knowledge to understand the things he says don't make sense. Because he's religious. Like,
motto of these devils. So all I'm going to say is only you know if you have a demon fucking soul. Only you can make that call. I'm not going to say I definitively know. You know, some fucking person I...
Yet he's called me a demon for months, apparently. Johnny Beatbox. People will make every excuse for your solution not to be the only option. Yes, they will, but they'll never come up with another option. Nobody ever wants to answer the question, how do you end all suffering without ending all things that suffer? No one even tries to answer the question. They just get mad when they hear my answer, but they can't logically refute it for shit. For shit. They don't even try. They don't even try. They say 9 minutes of nonsense. Has he tried to refute that even one time yet? No. Has he actually refuted anything that no. You get what I'm saying? Like, motherfuckers hate truth, even in the so-called truth community. They love to ask questions. They never want to hear the fucking blatantly obvious answers. If you want to lessen suffering for one thing, you're going to increase it for something else. Whatever that one thing causes to suffer, directly or indirectly, you're going to cause that to be increased just by lessening the suffering of that one thing. Like I said with zebras and lions, to decrease the suffering of zebras by not letting them get eaten by lions, you're going to increase the hunger of the lion. If you decide to decrease the suffering of the lion and give them more zebras, Food is plentiful. Well, what do they eat? Meat, man. Well, like they eat living creatures. Like, so whatever, if you're lessening their fucking hunger and their fucking suffering, you're increasing the suffering of whatever the fuck they're eating. And that's just direct interaction. These things eat those things. I mentioned humans building homes, displacing animals, tearing down trees, destroying ant colonies. But in order to lessen the suffering of a human so they can live in that home and not have to suffer the outside world, those same creatures and those same woods and those same ants and the weather and all, you're going to cause the suffering to those creatures because you care more about the human. It is what it is. Period. Just by existing, you cause suffering. You know how many people walk around every day just and don't even realize the things they're stepping on? You know how many worms or caterpillars or ants or things? Like, how many homeless people have you walked past when you had $1 to give? Are you increasing their suffering? No, but you're not decreasing it either. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Just by existing, you're going to increase suffering. And even when you're not increasing it, you're not decreasing it. Unless you go out of your way to decrease it. And when you do decrease it, you can increase it in other ways by proxy. Period. They don't want real answers, let alone the ultimate answer. Well, because a lot of people like to talk about ending the suffering of all things, but they don't want to talk about the only way to do that. So instead of logically refuting me step by step with a chain of logical thought that leads to a logical outcome based upon that chain of actions and thought processes, they will just call me a demon, a devil, say I'm evil, I have evil urges, or what, like I'm just a serial killer out here murdering people. Like I'm just outside chasing randoms down and gutting them. Like, bro, if you have a better answer, give us a real answer. How do you end the suffering of all things without ending all things? Answer the actual question. He won't, because he can't. Period. If you're going to disagree with it, you don't have an answer. I've yet to see a single person come up with one. And anytime somebody says I'm evil or something, like, I repeat the question and say, okay, then give me a better answer. And they never fucking can.
YouTube is or isn't a demon, but I just have to snag them and look them in the eye and say, cut it out.
Smack them or snag them, however you said that, look them in the eye. He didn't look me in the eye. He was talking sly, bro. He was whispering under his breath, mumbling and shit. Posting, but not saying no names. Now, if you want to look, see, I want to look people in the eye. So when I have an issue with something someone says, I say their name. So they know I'm talking to them. I will, like I'm doing right now, pull up the video. I'll pull up the posts. I'll quote them directly. And then I will give you a logical step-by-step process as to why they're right, wrong, whatever the fuck it is I'm talking to them for. There's our fucking cult. Our cult of demons. But I'll talk to you directly. I'll look you in the eye. I don't necessarily look because I don't usually leave the camera on my face. It's just a distraction and it's kind of useless. And I don't like staring at myself all the time. Like, it's fucking weird to talk while staring at yourself. That's fucking strange. It's like standing in the mirror and talking. You know what I'm saying? So I will always do something like this and actually look you in the eye. I'll look your shit in the eye, whatever the fuck you said specifically. And I'll tell people, go there. Give it a like. Subscribe even. So you know I'm not just fucking up what they're saying or putting words in their mouth. So you know I'm not just bullshitting. And you're hearing it from their mouth. You're reading it from their own typed out words. And now you're going to hear me respond to it. That's looking someone in the fucking eye. We're over the internet, so we can't literally, like, we're not next door to each other. So he's not knocking on my door. I'm not knocking on his door, but this is the closest I can get to knocking on his fucking door. And saying, listen, bro, he doesn't do that shit. He talks shit about you behind your back in a sly fashion without saying your name. Even though he expects you to know that because he said it, I caught months ago that they knew I was talking about them. And he kept talking about us, right? Right? So no, he's not looking people in the eye. He's being shady.
Cut out whatever fucking shit you're trying to stir up here. You're not slick either.
trying to stir up, bro, you started up. Responding to me. If you don't want bullshit, like, if the simplest way is be open and honest. So I had an issue with something Josh said the other day. I made a video about it. I tagged him in it. I showed his video. I said, go check it out. Listen to what he's saying. And I only had one issue with something he said in the whole video. Just because I'm trying to get people not to run away from who and what they are. And that's what I'm doing with you, philosophy. Don't run the fuck away. Don't whisper about it. Stand on your shit, bro. I'm a demon? Deal with me then. It's like, don't whisper in your fucking posts and try to act like you're talking about some anonymous random individual. Say my fucking name. And then we can deal with each other. And if you did that from the jump, and you showed my video, showed my posts, quoted it, showed whatever I was saying in Discord or whatever the fuck, and quoted it directly, and then logically refuted it step by step, I'd give you that type of response. Like, you know what? Let me show you what he said. So I did say these things. He showed my video. He showed this. He showed that. And he said this. But let me show you why I said these things. And we could have a logical discussion on this shit. No need to call people demons, devils. No need to be name calling. No need to talk about standing on devils' necks. And you talked hella shit in your posts, bro. Anyone can go read it. Click his fucking page, go to posts, and read. Go back 3 months ago, I guess, because he said he was talking for months. No, he said months, but he didn't say how many months, and he talked about me from January. So go back to January and just look at all his fucking posts. Like, bro, all you got to do is be a fucking man, grab your balls, and just talk. Anyone who's ever had an issue with anything I said has said my name. Josh has said my name and talk in agreement and disagreement, and we have cordial discussions. And I love that man. Chris Sideris, fucking even Bliss, until he went crazy in the end with all the Christian I am the witness, I am the prophet nonsense. Agree with me or get the fuck out and unsubscribe. Like, prior to that, we would have great conversations, even when we were debating, and we'd laugh about it. And we both tell each other I love you after. Like, because we're just talking. But you aren't just you're talking shit, bro. You're calling people evil and this and like calling people names. Like, you're not even refuting the logic of what's being said. Come on, bro. Stop trying to play like you're holier than thou and like you're some I'm just responding to someone who's talking shit about me. No, because I never talk shit about you, and you can't point out anywhere I did. I wish you would try. Show me. Pull it up. I already mentioned the one time I mentioned you in any negative light, and it wasn't even negative. I was laughing about what you said about the symbols, the upside down 5-point star. I was literally laughing, like, come on, bro. You can't be scared of that if you're trying to fight demons. like, shit, you might even want to use that to fight them. If you understand the occultism behind, like, if you actually understand this shit, like, you understand how you could use any symbol for any, like, and that's the only thing I ever said about you that was in any way, like, could be seen as, I don't know, an attack or something. Like, even though I was laughing, I'm going to see if I can find it after, and maybe I'll post a picture of it so motherfuckers can see I'm not bullshitting. And you responded laughingly, too. Like, oh, no, I'm not really afraid of the symbols, or I understand that they're just this, and some people use them to be edgy, and some people use them, and I'm like, yeah, okay, exactly, perfect. And we went about our business. But apparently that's not how you really felt. So no, we're not just bringing drama to you, bro. You brought this upon yourself by talking shit, apparently for months, without just addressing it. You know, it's like if you're in a relationship and the person you're with is just passive aggressive all the time. They never actually address an issue, and you're too oblivious for one reason or another to even realize there is an issue, until one day you finally catches up and then, oh man, they've been talking shit to me for 3 months. Yo, what is wrong? Why are you doing? Well, because why didn't you just bring it up 3 months ago? Just say it out loud. Ask me a fucking question. Go live with me. We can discuss it. And if you have that much of a problem with it, directly refute me. Quote me, bro. Show people exactly where it was, what it was, bar for bar, and then logically refute what I'm saying. And we could have a little logic battle. No harm, no foul, no insults needed, no need to stand on devil's necks. Come on, bro. Let's be real.
And yeah, I don't know. This is small fish. This is nothing like what I've already been through. So
Yes, because I'm not going to hunt you down and try to harm you. We're talking on the internet. Grab your balls, bro.
If, people are in a fighting mood with me, I'm down. I will fucking beat the fucking shit out of you in the spirit dimension. I have no problem doing that.
But he doesn't like to cause harm. Only demons increase suffering. But it'll fuck you up in the spirit world. Yeah, me too. So, are we both demons? Thought you ain't have no darkness in you.
I've done it in the past. Will do it again without hesitation.
Oh, without hesitation.
I just get a little bit annoyed at people who don't take this seriously. They really don't. And the solutions they
I don't take this seriously. I'm pretty sure I take this more serious than most of the motherfuckers in this fucking section of the fucking so-called truth community. I'm one of the very few people who will actually support someone doing something. Most of you motherfuckers just run away from it. I'm the only motherfucker preaching that shit. I'm the only nigga risking a motherfucking FBI actually kicking in my door for the shit I say. None of you motherfuckers say anything dangerous. Everything you say is basic bullshit that anyone can say on the internet and will never get in trouble for. You're talking about fallen angels, my guy. No one's kicking in your door for that. I'm talking about bombing shit, shooting shit up, actual warfare. I fully support it. But I'm not serious, and you are, Christian. All right, if you say so. Amber J. We got the same phone. So rare to see someone else without a fucking iPhone. Believe it or not, I'm recording this on an iPhone. So I'm using an iPhone to record an Android.
that don't even make sense. They're not practical.
They don't even make sense. Really? Where does the logic fail? Again, I'll give you the step-by-step logic. There's do nothing, cause no harm, cause no suffering. That's step one. Step two is do something. But you pick and choose whatever it is you're going to do, which is going to cause harm to whoever you see as enemies, and it's going to lessen the harm of whoever you see as allies. If you're at war with another group, every time you kill one of them, you're causing harm and suffering to not only that individual, but the group of individuals. And every time they do that to you, they're causing harm and suffering to you and your group. But the more of your own people you free or save, the more you're lessening their suffering. But a war is a war. You're going to cause suffering to the people on the other side of the war. Whether you think they're good, bad, evil, wonder, it doesn't matter. You're still going to cause suffering to beings on the other side of the war, while trying to lessen the suffering of you and your own. And whoever it is you're trying to save or help out or whatever the fuck. You're going to cause suffering for your agenda. Period. And then number three is, how do you end the suffering of all things everywhere? Well, there's only one answer to that. You must end all things everywhere, because as long as something exists, it will be suffering and it will cause suffering to other things that exist. That's a logical step-by-step truth. If you have a better answer than that, please provide it. Well, it's not practical. I never said it was practical. First and foremost. Secondly, I never even said it's possible. I say the same shit every time. It's like, y'all don't fucking listen. It might be impossible. It might not even be possible to do that. Which is why I always say, I'll settle for number two. Since I don't know how to destroy all things, all I know is increase entropy, and eventually entropy will destroy anything that is any system it's contained within. So that's the only thing I could possibly suggest, to destroy an entire cosmos. Does that mean that it's going to happen? I don't fucking know. I don't like. And I say this shit all the fucking time. This is why I say, so even though answer number three is destroy all things, because that's the only way to destroy all suffering, I'll settle for answer number two, which is within whatever locality I'm in. So if I'm here right now and I want to lessen the suffering of me and my people, then I'm going to have to take actions and speak words that will lead to that outcome here and right now. If I'm thinking about the astral, if I'm thinking about beyond the matrix, if I'm thinking about wherever the fucking reality, I'm going to have to do it there as well. Can you come up with a better logical answer? If these beings are here right now on this planet doing this thing that you yourself are against, and that thing is causing suffering on a mass scale, Well, how do you lessen that suffering? By destroying those beings doing that thing that is causing that suffering. That's you're choosing to create suffering for certain beings in order to lessen suffering for other beings. I'm willing to settle for that. You motherfuckers are too pussy to even settle for that. Well, we don't want to harm anyone anywhere, anytime, for any reasons. But I'll fuck you up in the spirit plane. Sure you will. Like, I'll never pull a gun. I'll never harm anything here. Even though the fallen angels are supposedly here, you'll never harm anything here. So your enemy, the fallen angels, are just going to run rampant and you're going to do nothing about it. You're not going to target them in any way, or their system, or their underlings. Like, if you ever want to say, if there's a dictator, you know what? Perfect example, Adolf Hitler. In order for them to stop Adolf Hitler for his agenda, no matter what you think about Adolf Hitler, I'm just using him as an example, they had to fight his military all the way back into Germany. All the way, like, now, you can go up with whatever conspiracy theories. When he went to Argentina, he went to Antarctica, he found fucking, what can I think it's called right now? Agartha in the inner earth. He shot himself, he escaped in an underground tunnel, he actually got picked up by America and was repatriated, like whatever, but ignore all the conspiracies. Just think the basics of it. In order to get to him in one way or another, they had to beat his forces all the way back to him. So if you yourself are saying these fallen angels are are insulated by the elites and the government, everything else that they control, so you don't even know who they are, you've never seen them, you've never heard of them, how are you going to draw them out of hiding? You must kill their puppets. How do you see the hand up the puppet's ass? By taking off the puppet. You get what I'm saying? You got to snatch up some puppets. You're going to have to destroy that which is insulating them, so they have to get their fucking hands dirty and then show their faces. And now you can have the fight you're actually looking for. If they've built an entire system to insulate themselves with, you already know what you should be targeting. Their system. Duh. Like, these are such basic answers, but you people are such pussies. You only want to talk about spirit battles that you're probably not even fucking having, realistically. But even if you are, those fallen angels are here, according to you, running this system for their outcome. But you won't do anything about them here? You won't touch their system or anyone that is working in that system and empowering that system? Okay, good luck with that. But I'm the crazy one. My answers aren't practical. He's talking about some shit happening right here on Earth, but wants you to just go into the spirit realm and have a spirit battle. Won't tell you how to do that. He'll never tell you how to do that. See, I've talked about astral travel, astral projection, out of body, etc. I've even broke down ways to do these things. Is he? No. He doesn't give answers. He just complains about them. Your answers aren't practical. Okay, so give us some practical answers. In his post, he said, we have to be, what did he say? Specific on how we destroy this thing, da da da. But he never said how we actually destroy it. He just said you have to, break the manipulation of your perception, and then you'll start moving in the right direction on how to destroy it. And I said, okay, well, what is that? Because if we are all here in this section of the internet, then we've all broken the manipulation of our perception. We all understand this is a perceptual fucking trap. We all understand this shit is not real. Like, so now that we all are on the same page, and this is what the Discord's for, to get people in there to have these discussions instead of running away from it like pussies. So now that we're on the same page and that we know that this is a manipulation of our perception, how do we actually destroy what is manipulating our perception? Because even though you know your perception is being manipulated, guess what? I still see you making videos in your car driving here as a human. So you're still right here acting as a human. So just because you know your perception is being manipulated, what's next? It doesn't stop. That's not how you destroy something. It's all an illusion. Okay, now how do you destroy the illusion? See, I'll tell you entropy, because entropy will destroy any system from the inside out, period. If you raise the entropy to a point of chaos, that system falls apart. The system requires order and stability to remain as a system. That's called negentropy. It requires negentropy in order to remain as a workable system. When you increase entropy in any system, that system starts to fall into a state of chaos. If you increase the entropy enough, it becomes chaos. The system falls apart. So if you have a system that is against you and enslaving you and trying to do anything that you dislike, and you want to get rid of that system, you increase entropy within that system. Period. Like, you know how they say you throw a monkey wrench in there? You stick a wrench in the cog? That is entropy. The wrench that you're sticking into the cog. You know how some people will say, I want to tear this machine down so bad, I'll stick myself in the cogs just to grind them to a halt. That person would be entropy in that machine. So if there's a system you want to dismantle, you must create entropy within that system until it reaches a state of chaos and is no longer operable as a system. This is basic shit. Basic shit. You know, it's like watching a movie and they're or, I mean, you could talk about real life, but most people have never seen this in real life. So let's talk movies. That's the only example most people have. When someone is driving a car and they're chasing them down and they have guns, what do they try to do? Shoot out the tires. If they're in a helicopter with like a decent enough rifle, like a 50 of some sort, they're going to shoot out the engine block to shut the car down. They're producing entropy for the vehicle, so the vehicle will stop working as a workable system so they can get the person who's trying to get away in the car. Like, this is basic shit. Like, when one person wants to kill another person, what do? They introduce entropy to that other person's body in whatever way they see. Whether it's with their fists, their feet, a knife, a gun, whatever they use, they're introducing entropy. If you are a government who wants to destroy a city in some other country, you bomb it. You're introducing entropy to that city. Like, that city is no longer a workable system. You destroyed its sewer systems, you destroyed its electrical grid. This is how you do asymmetrical warfare. You bomb anything and everything that city needs to survive, and then you force them to capitulate and rely upon you to not only provide them what they're going to need just to survive, but then to get their shit back up and running. And you're going to establish their new government. It's called asymmetrical warfare. So if you're at war with fallen angels who are literally committing asymmetrical warfare against you, who built an entire system to control you, and you're the one with that theory, guy, not me, you. If that's your theory, then you should be the one preaching entropy within their system. You should be wanting to bring their system into a state of chaos so it stops being an operable system and is no longer empowering them and forces them to show their faces. Stop being so soft. But anytime somebody wants to say a real answer, people want to run away from it. They'll never give you one of their own. They'll never give you an actual solution to the question being asked. They'll just try to shit talk yours without providing anything better.
And if you start to really listen to what some of these people say, it just seems more and more unhinged. Seems more ridiculous. And you might...
Unhinged and ridiculous, coming from the guy talking about fallen angels, literally, not as a metaphor or an analogy, not as a story he's using to explain generally what's going on here. No, literally, he believes in the Christian fallen angel story. But I'm crazy, right? Okay.
Okay, well, I think what you're saying is ridiculous and unhinged. Fair enough. Anybody can
Fair
have
enough.
an opinion on what I'm saying. I don't care. But I'm not going to keep beefing. It's been, what, like 3 days?
Back and forth. You've been doing this for months, according to you. Bro, you've been talking shit for months, according to yourself. I responded to you one time, and my response wasn't even a response to the shit you were talking. It was just saying, bro, say it with your chest. Because I don't really like responding to people who are being something. Like, rather you say my name. Give me a real reason to respond to you. Don't be a sly little fucking softy. You know, trying to call me out without calling me out, talking shit about me without saying my name, apparently for months. And then when somebody actually calls you out and says your name, well, I want back and forth, bro. It's just been you for months straight. Can I get my time? Like, I've been doing this for months, and I didn't even realize it until this week. And I said one thing, like, hey, bro, if you're gonna talk shit about me, say my name. You said my name. You said, and now you don't want to do back and forth. You just dropped like 10 posts on your channel. What? I shouldn't respond to that. Now you don't want to do the back and forth? You never wanted to do the back and forth. You just wanted to talk your shit the whole goddamn time. Unabated. That's why you never say names. Because you don't want the back and forth. You know why? Because you're easily destroyed in it. You're illogical. You don't have any real arguments. You have no real solutions to anything. You talk about how dire the situation is with the fallen angels and then go, but don't do anything about it. Nope, don't do anything about it. Anyone preaching doing anything about it is an evil demon. All right, motherfucker. Whatever you say.
I don't even know if I need to make these videos. I got a pretty good collection up already. I like doing the community posts because I don't have to get on here and upload anything. I can just type it in a few minutes and there, it's out. Lower.
But without saying anyone's name, even when you're talking about them, of course.
Effort. And like I said, the information is out there. If you want it in a book format, if you want to read a book about this consciousness I've been discussing, this Wetiko consciousness that is hiding behind some of these people, that is causing all the mayhem, causing all the strife in this reality.
Causing all the mayhem, causing all the strife in this reality. Well, let's just dumb that down to our little section of the internet. Bliss. He started listening to you, lost his shit, now he's gone. Don't know where the fuck he is. He could be still running around on Earth doing his thing like normal, or he could be gone. We don't fucking know. That came after talking to yo ass. This right here is only happening because you talk shit on your posts without saying people's names and actually just trying to have a discussion with them. Instead of being a cordial individual in this section of the internet and just talking to people and just discussing the thought processes and maybe ask a question or something to try to have a logical standpoint on what the person's saying before you call them crazy, evil, or talk about standing on their neck or etc. before you talk shit about them apparently for months. Like, do you understand? Bro, you're a strife causer. You have a Wetiko. You have a mind virus. It's called Christianity.
David Icke is...
Like, even when you go into the Wetiko deeper, where does it come from? It is the mind virus of the reality itself. It is like the universe itself. Who made that according to you? God. Your God. Same guy who made the angels that fell. The Wetiko is a creation of your God, if not your God. Demiurge, created by Yaldabaoth, who is Yahweh, who is the Christian God. Like, bro, we can use whatever names and titles we want, but this is your religion. So you want to talk about the Wetiko? That goes back to your God. If folks don't really look into the Wetiko and really study that shit, and then make the logical conclusion as to where it comes from. Like,
a great resource. I've mentioned him many times. I don't think a single person has actually taken the time to read it. Why?
No, shout out to David Icke. I know some people try to call him a shill this, but whenever I hear that, people can't really point out why. They might not agree with everything he says about, like, I don't know, reptilians, but even then, he's always said the reptilians were astral, not literal physical aliens. This and like, there's a lot of things I could say, but shout out to him for at least talking his shit. There's a reason why he's banned from like 30 countries on the planet, and he's banned from all social media platforms. There's a reason why.
Who the fuck knows? I really doubt you're sincere about any of this if you don't actually research. But I think he's a shill. Based on what?
Like what I was just saying. We agree there, philosophy. We definitely agree there.
I think you're a shill. That's what I think. Because you don't bring anything to the table. Fucking chill. So yes, Ike is one of, I'll just call him a colleague. I have a very small number of colleagues in this reality who are actively working with me. The rest are very flaky, and I have to be
Flaky. Really think about everything that I've been saying about philosophy vids. Everything he has shown of himself in just this one video, let alone the last video and his post that we haven't even fully gone through yet. And then he wants to talk about flaky. Talks about fallen angels ruling the world, this, that, and the other thing. But then when you talk about actual warfare against them and their system, he's not in support of it. But you want to talk about flaky. All right.
always ready to ruthlessly kick people away. When I sense they're wavering from this information, when I sense, they don't
When I sense they're wavering from this information, what is this information? See, there's a reason why he doesn't go. This information is his specific theory. Anyone can talk about angels, archons, demons, greys, reptilians, whatever the fuck they think is in control and running all this shit the way that it is. They're just different titles for basically the same thing. But you can't do that with him because he's religious. No, it's fallen angels, the Christian version. Period. And anyone who's not in agreement with that, I will kick them away. You just heard him say it. What was I saying? Bliss before Bliss. He started was either you agree with or you can get the fuck subscribe. Where do you think that mindset came from? That's a Christian mindset, yes. That's a religious mindset, yes. Think about it.
understand what we are dealing with. I have to just be ready. I'm not here to make friends. I am here to expose what is going on. I am here to hunt down these entities, to keep tabs on them. I mean, I'm fishing for these entities. I cast the hook out, I snag a couple of them, I keep tabs on them. This is what I do for a living. Some people have other professions. This is what I do. I keep tabs on evil spirits, and they think they can fucking hide from me. It's fucking hilarious. So, yeah, I have a running list. I am monitoring the situation. I am aware of who you are and what you are up to, and
I'm aware of who you are and what you are up to. But wasn't he the one earlier saying, hanging on my every word? See, when he says, I have a run in his posts, you'll see where he said he put me on his curse list. And he just said at the beginning of this video that he's been talking about me and others for months. And I know I'm on that list because he was responding to me in the process, so there's no reason to say that if he's not talking about me. The others are. So when he talks about that, who's his list of evil people? Like, do you understand? Like, come on. Really listen to this guy.
Let's leave it at that.
All right, now that we went through that, let's come over here. Where do we start? Right there, right? Okay, tough guy, go fuck yourself. That is how he responded to what I said after talking shit about me for months, according to himself. And after me realizing that he was talking shit in these things, and he doesn't even have the fucking courtesy. I told him to drill because he was talking about going in attack mode. I'm like, please do, because I know at this point I knew he was talking about me. See, that's a day ago. And I was telling him drill, bro. Like, say it. Like, don't bitch about it. Matter of fact, let me like that too. Don't know shape sizes, da da da, blah, blah. I didn't say nothing there, right? No. Like, but didn't really all. Come on. I'm trying to look through a phone to a phone and fucking up. This one right here, right? We need to be intentional with how we go about dismantling or destroying this. We are not going to go through physical simulation. Don't be stupid. Oh, what a retard. First off, nobody's saying you're going to blow up the simulation from the inside. Period. What we're talking about is dismantling certain parts of the system from the inside. So, if these fallen angels you speak of are creating this system within this reality for the purposes of empowering themselves, then if you start to dismantle that system in this reality, it will start depowering them. So, if you blow up things in this reality, and according to you, they're not the ones in control of this reality, they're fallen angels. They didn't create this reality, God did. They fell into it. It's not their reality. They're only on Earth. Like, unless there's fallen angels everywhere across the cosmos. And even if that's the case, that would be this cosmos, right? So planets in this realm, where they're creating systems on those planets in this realm, and those systems in this realm, as far as a human being would be concerned, are physical, and you can blow them up, right? If they're hiding in human bodies and you can shoot those human bodies, if they're hiding behind humans that work for them and you shoot those humans so they no longer have people to work for them, if you start blowing up things in their system so that system is no longer empowering them, like the dumb shit, bro. You blow up the simulation, don't set dumb shit. Even when I was talking to Josh, which was what he was referring to, when I said, because he said he's going to get out and then free everybody from the outside. I talked about him blowing it up from the outside because if this is a system, if this is a prison of any, because Josh was saying certain things, so I was responding to Josh within that context. Because and that's the other problem. He never wants to provide you context. He just wants to say stupid shit. We do it through overriding the perceptual manipulation by seeing how we are being played. Okay, I think we're all doing that. I think that's why we're here, right? That's why we're having these conversations. That's why we have YouTube channels. That's why we post. That's why we're in the Discord servers. That's why we talk to each other, right? Because we're overriding the perceptual manipulation by seeing how we're being played. No one is going to do anything in terms of physical action if they don't understand how this all works and why. First off, you don't actually have to understand why. You don't have to understand why a car works to destroy it. Period. You don't have to understand even exactly how a car works. You just need to, well, that's the engine, right? So if that thing's destroyed, it stops working. You don't need to know how that engine works, how to build an engine, how to take an engine up. You just need to know if I do enough damage to that thing right there, it's going to stop working, right? All right. Well, I got this big fucking gun in my hand. Let's see if that works. I got this grenade here. I got this rocket launcher. I'm gonna see if I can destroy. And then when you shoot that rocket launcher at that car and it explodes, you're like, oh, good, job well done. And I never even needed to know how the car actually worked. See, people say dumb shit because they just want to sit around and theorize all day while avoiding all possible solutions. That's the fucking truth. In terms of physical action, if they don't understand how this all works and why. First off, if we're in this section of the fucking community, I think that we're closer to understanding more about this. Yeah, that's why we're having these conversations. Yeah. And we all generally tend to end up in the same place, even if we're doing. Even him, he's created this system. All this bullshit on this planet is created by these fallen angels. Okay. So then we should destroy it. Like the fuck? It's simple shit. But you notice how he didn't say how to actually destroy it. He said overriding the perceptual manipulation. But that's not actually going to destroy it. We've done that, and yet we're still here. He's still here. He himself is still here. And this world still exists. This system still exists, let alone the realm that it's in, like the planet, the realm. We're still in this monetary system, economic system of elitism, etc., that the fallen angels are apparently behind. So just overriding the perceptual manipulation is not what's going to destroy any of it. You have to actually do acts of destruction to destroy things. YouTube videos ain't going to do that. That's just the promotion. This is just us talking about what needs to be done. Somebody actually has to do what needs to be done. And when a guy, Edward Barkus, goes and blows up a building to attack that system, no matter how small that attack is, he's actually doing something. What do people do? They disown him right away. Pussies. You energetic human realm. Oh, so there's another realm feeding on this one. So that means we should probably destroy this one, right? No, that's evil. Oh, okay. All right. Like, a point of attention that has been perceptually boxed into a fake reality. Oh, so it's not even real? So this isn't even real. It's just a fake reality that you believe is real? Then we should destroy it. No, that's evil. Don't destroy the fake reality. All these people are NPCs. that are being used to empower a false system of fallen angels. And all right, so let's kill some of them. No, don't do that. You just said they're not real people. No, that's evil. All right. Understand this at a deep level, then you begin to take steps in the right direction. What direction is that? You gonna explain? No, never. That is how this ends individually and collectively. You never said how it ends. None of that brings anything to an end. It's just awareness. Okay, I'm aware that I'm in a fake world. It's no different than Sword Art Online. See, this is why people should peep the mythos. Go watch the anime called Sword Art Online. These were people trapped in a video game world. They knew they were in the video game world. Guess what? Just by knowing they were in a video game world doesn't suddenly transfer them out, and it doesn't suddenly destroy the world. You know what they had to do? Start trying to beat the game. Until they eventually had to battle the creator of that world, the god of that world, and beat him in a 1v1 that he kind of threw at the end because the nigga impressed him so much he kind of let him win at the end. But they had to fight. They had to do things. They didn't just sit there and make videos about it. Just post words. No, they had to actually destroy the things in that world that were protecting him because he was at the top floor, floor 100 of the tower that they had to get through to destroy that world. So they had to travel floor by floor, killing monsters and all sorts of creatures, as well as dealing with other humans, because humans are fucking stupid and some of them are just evil and just want to harm people for no good fucking reason. No real agenda or out. They just like to do it. So they had to fight Laughing Coffin the whole time as well, like, while dealing with this god and his world. Peep the mythos. Just because you know you're in a fake world does not destroy the fake world. Neo in the Matrix knew he was in a fake world. He was trying to figure out what the Matrix was the whole time. No different than us. Did that destroy the world just by him knowing he was in a Matrix? No. He had to meet Trinity and Morpheus, and they had to fight. They had to do things. They had to shoot things, blow things up. Like, it's like, oh my, this is such simple shit. Well, once you know, that's how you destroy. No, it doesn't work that way. Just knowing something does not change it. If I point a gun to your face and you know I'm going to pull the trigger, that doesn't stop you from dying when I do so. You're going to have to grab the gun, make a fucking move. If you don't want to be shot, you're going to have to do something. If every day you walk down the street and I beat you up and run your pockets for your money, I'm a bully just beating you up every day. Just because you know I'm a bully, and because you know I'm beating you up and running your pockets, does not stop me from doing so. Like, people are retarded with that shit. We do it through overriding the perceptual manipulation by seeing how we are being played. How does that stop anything? Taxes are bullshit. People know that. They still pay them. They have to actually take the action of stopping in order to stop paying them. So if you're being played through taxation, how do you stop that? By stop paying taxes. If we're being played by a system developed by fallen angels, well, we're going to have to bare minimum step away from that system. And honestly, since that system is very forceful, we're probably going to have to destroy it. Because just stepping away from it doesn't stop it. And it's still going to victimize you later anyway. It's a global system, and you're on this planet. I don't care if you're a flat earth or a globe earth, or like, it's a planetary system. Like, well, for somebody, he said global, like, it's a planetary system. Period. You're gonna have to deal with it at some point. And just knowing about it is not dealing with it. If you know the monetary system isn't real, it's bullshit made on make-believe in order to control the slaves, but your ass still goes to work every day, like, you knowing about it doesn't mean anything. You have to do something about it. But he'll never answer that. Case in point, once we override the perceptual manipulation and see how we're being played, what comes next? How do we actually destroy it? How do we destroy that which is manipulating our perception? He'll never answer that fucking question. And this is the dumb type of and we have to be armored with the psychic shields and God's armor. God's armor. Which god? Yahweh? Weapons of the mind, every shielding from leeches, archons, and energy vamps. And no, that's a good statement. What does that actually mean? How do you actually do that? And that's the problem with people. No one wants to actually answer the questions. They just love to say platitudes. And shout out to you, Serious Waves. I'm trying to get on your shit, but I'm just saying. Nobody ever wants to actually step to the questions and give them real answers. Period. They just want to play make believe and say nice sounding things to sound like good guys. Well, I'm not going to harm anyone. Well, all right. I'm not going to bomb anything. Then you're just going to be here in this system. Period. Like, the fuck? Play stupid games, get stupid pride. Exactly. And you've been playing stupid games for months now. Flavors, they can be sweet, even charming, make intellectually sound arguments for their evil, sound normal, yet the mask is always in jeopardy of being ripped off their face. But he won't actually. Who are you talking about here, huh? Who are you talking about? And what are those intellectually sound arguments you're speaking on? Are you going to actually, like, refute them directly? You're calling them evil. Are you going to show why they're actually evil? Or are you just going to call names? Just call people fucking evil spirits. Demon bootlickers and apologists. Time to get back into spiritual attack mode. Oh, but I thought you don't cause harm. It will feel kind of good. Haven't done that in a few years. And I used to like that. Drill, my nigga. Drill. Go ahead. Okay, tough guy. Go fuck yourself. I like that too. Because that's the most honest shit he said this entire fucking time. Like, this entire fucking time. Who's... Let's see what's going on here. Anything? Anything at all? NPCs and volunteering to kill the NPC neighbors of a member on the Discord. No wonder it got shut down. Gotta keep these nut jobs from the community. What got shut down? Glad nonconformist called him out? Called who out? Yep, it was time. He's demon trash, masquerading as wanting to end suffering. Is this me you're talking about? Can either of y'all say my name or whoever's name you're talking about? Or are y'all just that afraid while being on the internet? Who was talking about shooting whose neighbors? Quote it. Quote it. The server's open to anyone. And if we're talking about Bliss's server, no, the server didn't get shut down. Bliss deleted everything. Period. Make an actual point. Like, quote it, motherfucker. Show it. Show it. Some spirit beings were dropped on their head when God created them. So God made a mistake and dropped them on their head? Your God makes mistakes? Oh, look at that. They are a spiritual miscarriage. Wait, God has miscarriages? Is God a woman? Shout out to the goddess. A fuck up. Wait, God makes fuck ups? Should have never happened, but they did, and it was your God who did it. So whose fault would that be? According to you, I don't agree with your theory, but I'll speak to you from your thought process. There's no point in arguing theories. I'm just going to hear yours and then show you the logical fallacies in it, the bullshit in it. Then the rest of us have been cleaning up their shit ever since. Who is there? Got any names or anything like that? They just didn't have it in them. And who's the rest of us? You? They just didn't have it in them to remain a good boy or girl. You hear how slavish that is? And have been screaming, fuck God, ever since. Yes, fuck you, God. Based on your story of what God is, you know, the same dude dropping spirit beings on their heads, causing evil beings. They couldn't be a good boy. God made them bad. And then they can't blame God for that? God made them the way they were. And they're not allowed to blame him for that? Okay. Whatever. You are not going to burn God's throne out from under him. Sounds like something Aaron said, maybe? Destroy everything and kill everyone? Maybe me, I don't know. You are the fuck up, not God. Yet God is the one who made all this shit. So if that's me or Aaron or whoever he's talking about, God made them, didn't he? Didn't God make them? So who's really the fuck up? Like, if God is making a bunch of fuck ups, God is the Lord of fuck ups. Like, you see how they ignore their own fucking logic? And like, That's religious people. That's religious people. That's the Watiko. That's the mind virus. That is the archonic, parasitic mind virus that they suffer from. Worshipping some evil ass being. God is sovereign, all things ordained, orchestrated by his hand. Read that slowly. God is sovereign, all things ordained, orchestrated by his hand. So it's all God's fault. So it's all God's fault. Like, do you hear the, like, stop ignoring your own logic, Christians. And there's my words. In case you were wondering what my post was in response to, finally, he'll actually fucking post it. He'll actually, but you see, I had to do this to get him to say it out loud. If I never did this, we'd still be where we were yesterday, before, etc. He'd still be running his mouth while acting like he's not, like, while not saying any names. Ridiculous. Let's see this. For one of my followers, he's been having homicidal fantasies again on Discord. Not good. This is why I had to finally put my boot on his neck before he ruins the truth community. Putting boots on people's necks? What neck? Who you putting a boot on? You ain't got big enough boots, bro. Christian? Like, oh, same fucking comment, right? But who? Who they talking about? Me? Is that who you talking? Me? Trying to kill the NPC neighbors of a member on the Discord. First off, I think I know what you're talking about. It's not a member, it's my woman. Because these NPC neighbors be bothering the fuck out of her. And I said, look, you want me to shoot him? She's like, no. No. I'm like, all right. See, y'all seem to love these NPCs. Like, I don't know. Like, the same, like, y'all complain about the fucking realm and the NPCs and all, but then as soon as somebody talks about doing anything to any of them, and it was a joke, I knew she wasn't going to be like, yes, please go kill my next door neighbor. You dumb fucks. Like, my God, this is how Christians think, though. They're so fucking literal about everything, but they won't ask you. They won't stop and be like, all right, hold on. Are you serious about that? Would you really go next door and just murder her fucking neighbor? Like, like, whoa, bro, you really think that was serious? Like, come on, guy. He's not even that much of a bother to me. Like, honestly, I don't even notice the motherfucker. But she's been here so long that every sound he makes, she's already exposed to being annoyed by the guy. You get what I'm saying? Like, whereas I'm not. Maybe a year from now, I'll be like, damn, I really want to shoot this fucker. Because he's a weird meth head who just be out there banging, like, while you're trying to sleep. Now, we have a noise machine. I forget what that shit's called. A noise canceling thing with a fan going. And so you don't hear much. And the room is literally soundproofed. But you have to remember that when she first moved in here, the room was not soundproofed and she did not have that white noise machine. So every time she's trying to sleep, because this motherfucker be at the weirdest hours, he'll just go outside and start his loud ass truck for no reason. And he'll do it like 6 times a day. Just goes out there, starts it, revs it up, goes back in his house. He has all these pallets in his fucking front yard, which is our backyard. And he'll just be down there shifting piles of pallets. Like, he'll take one pile of pallets and move it from one spot to another spot. And you just hear the clunking of one pallet slam, another pallet slam, and he just does weird NPC shit that is seemingly just to bother you. Like, like, before I moved in here, he even tried to peek into the fucking windows and shit. Like I sit out on the front porch and smoke. This motherfucker, just to get a sight of me, will walk up the little bend on the road here, look around like he's looking for something. He's not. And then walk back and then look at me. And as soon as I look at him, he looks away. It's like he's just trying to look at me, which is weird. He's a weird fuck. He could be annoying. I'm not so bothered by him. But hey, you want me to shoot him? Like, want to go bury him somewhere in the woods? It's a joke, first and foremost. First and foremost. But absolutely NPCs out there that I would for many different reasons. So don't that I will kill under the right circumstances. Like, but they got to be the right circumstances. If I would kill an NPC for any fucking reason, I'd just be out there shooting NPCs. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Like, use your fucking brain. But they're Christians. They can't. And that's the fucking problem. But see, they'll say stuff like this. But have you actually heard him really get into my philosophy, my thought processes? Have you seen him quote me directly? No, even this is per one of my followers. Somebody told me that this is what he said. Come on, guy. You see what I'm doing here? I'm quoting you direct. I'm showing your shit directly. I'm letting people hear your words that I'm refuting out of your mouth. See your posts, right? And now I'll go into our Discord and show them the shit that was talked today and yesterday. Once I figured out what you were doing, I'm like, whoa, this backstabbing, snaky little shady motherfucker